Flower update. Probably about half of the seedlings that I grew and planted disappeared. Hello. I really love flowers. I don't know who doesn't like flowers, but I love flowers. And so when we got engaged, I knew that I wanted to try and grow flowers. We only have a small backyard and I'm not that experienced of a gardener. So the wedding flowers were grown from at Matt's parents' house by my mother-in-law. I'll include some of her process. I thought, even though I know she's got it covered, I want to try and grow flowers this year too and see what I learn, and I did learn a bunch. I started my seedlings in April. I think it was actually like April 1st. I couldn't wait. Growing seedlings was so exciting. I remember I was obsessed with them. Every single day I would stare at them and be like, Matt, come here, there's a new leaf. And they were just the cutest little baby plants. And they grew so fast, so it was really satisfying. Once they had 4 leaves, I think it was, I read online. I started bringing them outside to harden them. You're supposed to bring your seedlings outside so that they can handle the wind. I think that I should have done that more. They were still pretty weak and flimsy when I first planted them. But yeah, watching them grow inside on the windowsill was extremely satisfying. I think I let them grow for a couple of months. I was eager to get them outside, and I think under my dad's advisement, I waited for the May long weekend to pass and then I put them in. I put these posts up and now I'm going to run a wire between them and in an arch above them to create a little walkway / trellis for my sweet peas. I'm really hoping that they grow and that this isn't overambitious. I'm gonna plant them. I'm nervous. I don't know why I thought that bunnies and whatever other critters weren't going to eat my flowers. I didn't really bother putting up any defenses. A lot of my seedlings got eaten and I was extremely sad about it because, I don't know, I grew them from a seed. I felt attached to them. Flower update. Probably about half of the seedlings that I grew and planted disappeared. So I think bunnies ate them. It's very sad, but I'm actually getting over it. It's been a couple of weeks since I went out eagerly and checked on them in the morning and they had completely vanished. So luckily, a friend of a friend has a small business selling flowers, which is so cool, and she lives 5 minutes away from me, so I was introduced to her and she was selling seedlings. Her seedlings are a lot more robust than mine. She gave me some tips on how she got them to be so hardy, and my mother-in-law also gave me some stuff to put over the flowers at night until they get big and strong so that the bunnies can't get them. So here's what I've got. Well, I've got this from the garden gallery and I want to plant it, and these are just beans. But these are some seedlings which I'm going to plant. We have marigold, white zinnias, yarrow in summer pastels, marigold, same yarrow, summer pastel yarrows, and then this is the same zinnias. I also got dahlia. I'm sure that audio is great. Dahlia tubers. I've never planted these. They're kind of like bulbs, so you have to dig them up when they're done flowering and then put them back in the summer. So I'm gonna plant all this. Hope for the best. I'm in my sweatpants. I'm having a little drink. Let's do it. Do you wanna go outside? Do we think that this patch will be filled with flowers at any point, and especially in time for my wedding? What do you think? I'm so excited. If you are thinking about starting a garden and you're not sure, I will say, before I came out, I was feeling very lazy, very tired, lethargic, and now I feel so invigorated and energized and in such a good mood. I just spent 45 minutes getting the blood flowing, smelling the dirt. It's incredible. I really have to say. It makes me feel very good. I'm just gonna go pick a few flowers and then I'm gonna go inside, but oh, I have to cover this stuff up so it doesn't get eaten again. Also, there's more of my seedlings have survived than I thought. So that's good. It took some digging around to find them, but I think they're doing well. And I think I might have to make a fence because this critter is a little too comfortable stepping on everything and sniffing everything and squishing it with her paws, huh? We'll figure that out. Cheers. The other thing that I think got in the way of my flowers having max growing potential was weeds. Like, I kind of let some of the weeds go. Okay, well basically I planted my seedlings and then I also planted seed and I just put it directly in the ground. I didn't know what was a weed and what was a little baby flower. So I kind of just let everything grow, and I was like hoping for the best that the things that were growing all over the ground were flowers, but they weren't. They were weeds, and I think they got in the way of the growth of some of my flower plants. I did a lot of weeding. Just looking a little crazy. This is the after. And I just waited, and I really just hoped that flowers would come. The most interesting thing was just kind of trusting the process. These sweet peas are growing, but they're very delicate. This one over here was the one that was closest to having a flower. So it was turning pink yesterday, and then today it's like crisped, even though it's been raining like crazy. 2 zinnias. 1, 2. Hopefully more come. Sure, I have a clip of when I saw the first sweet pea. I was so excited because they're just such a beautiful, delicate looking flower, and I've heard the plants are quite delicate too, so I was feeling very proud when sweet peas came up. Yesterday I got home from work and it was dark, so I couldn't film. I saw all of the sweet peas that had bloomed and I cut them all because I read online pick. The more you pick, the more they'll grow, and I got so excited. There's sweet peas in my yard. So there's not much in here because I picked it all. There's like 1 month till the wedding and we have lots of flowers. My in-laws' property has tons and tons, and I have some. Look at her, look how beautiful. Let me give you a closer up look. Can you believe the beauty? Wow. But yeah, things are growing. 20 days. Oh my god. Lots of flowers. Over at my mother-in-law's, she had stuff in the basement with grow lights. I think she actually started some of her seedlings in like February. I purchased a baby's breath plant from the garden center, and that came in pretty handy because I used baby's breath in our hair, me, my mom, and my sister. I got daisies and baby's breath. And some rhubarb. I would love to know anyone's favorite rhubarb recipes. What do I even do with this? Make a cake? I'm so happy with how the bed looks. I think it might be called feverfew. They're these tiny little white, they're like a double daisy. I'll show you a clip. I grew those here in my own yard, and we use those in our hair. Funny. Let's pick some flowers. This might be my last big chop before the wedding. But yeah, let's pick some flowers. Too sunny. Not bad. We got married on Saturday, and on Friday I had friends come over to my in-laws, which is also where we were having the wedding, and we picked flowers for like an hour or two. Here she goes. Woo! Look at all of our flowers.
We're ready.
She's so
She walks down the aisle like this.
With a bucket.
Yeah.
And then we arranged them, and because I had a lot of help, it really happened so fast, and it was really fun. It was a pre-wedding get-together that I was looking forward to, and it ended up being really fun. Something that made it easier was that I didn't have a color scheme. I just wanted to go for an abundance of colors and textures, and just have like a wildflower assortment, which I think turned out really beautiful, and it also simplified arranging. I just told people to put together whatever they thought looked good, and it was beautiful. Some clips in my bouquet, that was just, I had so much fun. I love making bouquets, and I'm like, I wish I could always walk around with a bouquet as a fashion accessory, so this was my chance, and putting together that bouquet was just so fun. I made a bouquet for my sister, and then like I said before, I made some hair pieces, some bobby pins with flowers in them. I think I'll probably do a video of all of the wedding DIYs, so I can talk about that more there. So I learned a bunch growing flowers, I think. Like I said, staying on top of weeds, working on my plant identification, and bunny proofing would have helped, and it'll help next year. Some stuff that I'm glad we did was, I'm really glad that we decided to plant such a big variety of flowers because we weren't really sure what was going to work out, so that helped, having a plentiful amount. If you have any questions for my mother-in-law, the one who really grew the bulk of the flowers for the wedding and did such an amazing job, comment them and I can ask her. Maybe we can do like a Q&A. She's a master, so. Growing your own flowers for your wedding is very possible. Something that I didn't realize before, which was a pleasant surprise, was that depending on the flower, the more you pick them, the more they grow. So the weeks leading up to the wedding, there were like 2 bouquets in every room. Though that obviously is a lot of work to always be picking and deadheading. And it depends on the summer. We had a pretty rainy summer, so everything got lots of water, which was convenient. I'm so happy with how our flowers turned out. It was so beautiful, and hopefully I can grow even more flowers next year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna go pick some more flowers.